But one of the things that I've never done that the president has done consistently is called specifically for violence. But like, it's Ted Cruz. I mean, like, this dude has to be knocked over the head, like, hard, right? Like, there is no niceties with him, like, at all. Like, you go clean off on him, right?
Good afternoon, sirs and ma'ams. How about that Jasmine Crocket, just a complete liar of a politician. And in my opinion, I don't think she should be in office. She spreads lies all the time. It's very interesting that even after a man's death, she's still doubling down and calling him a racist and says that he's speaking out against black people.
Is when I saw the no votes, there were only 2 Caucasians. For the most part, the only people that voted no were people of color, because the rhetoric that Charlie Kirk continuously put out there was rhetoric that specifically targeted people of color.
Yes, it's very interesting to me that when the right wants to win over votes and the public and talk about public interest, they tell the truth, but when the left wants to get votes, they lie. Isn't that very interesting? I mean, they literally take 10-second clips of Charlie Kirk rather than showing the full thing, the full clip, the full video, and splice it up to make it sound like the man was racist or a homophobe or anything like that. It's very interesting that they have to compound lies upon lies so that they can form their basis and, well, brainwash people into thinking that they're the ones that are in the right and that the right are the liars, the Nazis, the fascists, the racists. It's very, very interesting. Now, what was Jasmine Crocket talking about? Because remember, we need full context. We're not liars here. We like to give full context. So she was talking about a House resolution honoring the death of Charlie Kirk by condemning political violence on either side. But according to Jasmine Crocket, Charlie Kirk was a racist and a bigot. And if you've seen his videos, you know better than that. It's just the Democrats that refuse to watch his videos and only watch the 15-second clips and, that support their own bias, that is completely taken out of context. Those people agree that Charlie Kirk is a racist, a homophobe, a transphobe, all this and that, when he simply said, I don't agree with your lifestyle, but I still love you, right? Apparently that's bigoted thoughts, right? Now, once again, she was talking about a House resolution honoring Charlie Kirk by condemning political violence on either side. And once again, 58 Democrats voted against it. Some of those people who voted against it are Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and yes, Jasmine Crocket. Now, for this story, we're going to go to Fox News because I know it pisses off the left. Going to faux news. They hate Fox News for whatever reason it is. Like I said before, it doesn't confirm their bias in every single way, so that they don't watch it. It's got to be fake news. If anything is talking about the Trump administration in a positive note, it's a lie. These people are lost in the sauce. So Democrats skipped Charlie Kirk Arizona Memorial after 58 vote against House resolution. Let's scroll on down here. All right, the Dems' disdain for Charlie Kirk showed even on the day of his memorial. Representative Jasmine Crocket, obvious Democrat, no shit, slammed others in her party for not opposing the resolution honoring him, saying it hurt her heart that only 2 white Democrats voted no. Isn't that interesting that she's always got to use color labels? It's very interesting. These people think because you're black, you have to vote this way. Because you're white, you have to vote this way. And if you don't vote the way I want you to vote, you're a terrible human being, right? So she claimed Kirk's rhetoric targeted people of color. In total, 58 House Democrats voted against it. President Trump fired back. It tells you that they're deranged. It certainly does. It certainly does. As we go down, despite calls for de-escalate, or calls to de-escalate, Dems still labeled Trump a fascist and skipped Kirk's memorial in Arizona, and only 6 attended the earlier Capitol vigil. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a Democrat, and Ilhan Omar, who are among Kirk's harshest critics, Ilhan Omar, the one that married her brother, also didn't hold back. Omar claimed Kirk's legacy belongs in the dustbin of history. Yes, Ilhan Omar thinks Kirk's legacy should be in the dustbin. Of course she would, because he tells the truth. Well, he told the truth. And he's against Sharia law for the United States. Of course Ilhan Omar would say that. Now, in contrast to what Jasmine Crocket has been saying, that he's a racist, let's listen to a person of color.
Adrian from Missouri, come on over here real quick. You came from across the country. Why'd you feel it was important to come out?
To show my support. It's sad what happened to Charlie. I actually got to meet the man. He's a very humble man, a very spiritual man, and I love that about him. And I just love how he stood up for America and how he was able to help Donald Trump get into office and how he talks to the youth and gives everybody a fair shot. So I just wanted to come and show my support.
What do you think about the fact that for his memorial service, it filled up to capacity like that, 60,000 people. You got thousands more trying to go into this overflow. Just talk about the crowds you're seeing out here.
It was to be expected, if you ask me. He was a very loved man. He's going to be missed. I mean, Charlie, he always brought out big crowds, and he always stayed on relevant topics, and he speaks very well. So I think that a lot of people wanted to know him personally, and we all felt like we knew him personally.
And what's your plan? You're going to go to overflow? You're going to just hang out here? What's your deal?
I'm planning on going to overflow. Absolutely. And I plan on speaking out a lot more, too. He actually inspired me. I'm usually a little bit more reserved when it comes to speaking out and being loud about things, but he really woke me up. And I'm a lot older than him. I'm 42. So he inspired me to just want to speak more and give my opinion, because I don't think this should go in vain.
It sounds like he had that effect on a lot of people. More than 62,000 new Turning Point USA chapters being requested across the country. Adrian from Missouri, nice to meet you. Thanks for your time.
Now, what do you suppose the Democrats are going to call this fine gentleman? Because you know he's already getting called names. You already know this. Well, they're probably going to call him uneducated, probably poor, probably dumb, indoctrinated, Uncle Tom, simply because, well, he knew what Charlie Kirk stood for, and the guy wanted to be involved in a movement, one that is changing our society as we speak. Now, let's go to a post of another fine gentleman who decided to do a little more research. All right, now we're on a post from an Officer Dion Joseph, who posted 11 hours ago. I do not follow this guy, but I did find this post. Now it says, I'm going to tell you why 200,000 people showed up and 100 million people streamed this. Because from this tragedy, people actually went back to watch his talks in entirety. Not just cherry-picked sound bites purposely framed out of context. What they learned about him exposed the danger of the soundbite era we live in. I even took some time to do so. The man was not a hateful person at all. He was no racist or white supremacist. To my friends who disagree with me, I challenge you to do the same. I even saw a talk where he dog-walked an actual white supremacist. I'm not telling you how to feel about the man. What I am saying is to dig deeper. Once you do that, I can respect an educated opinion. Now that I know more, it makes an already tragic situation that much more heartbreaking. We have to do better, America. Yes, we as people do have to do better. We have to be mentors at this moment in time. And I said it before, there are many young people that are lost right now that need people to guide them, to give them a gentle push in the right direction. The right direction is not Marxism or socialism or a revolution to try to overthrow the government because I don't like the guy that was voted into office. That's not what we need. We need to come together. We need to talk. Because as Charlie Kirk said, once you stop talking, that's when violence happens. And that's not okay. We live in a constitutional republic. We don't live in communist Cuba. We don't live in a socialist government. We don't live in a dictatorship. We live in the United States of America, the greatest country on earth. Now, what are we going to do about these people that refuse to educate themselves, that refuse to look further for information?
That young man on the cross, our Savior said, Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do. That man, that young man, I forgive him.
That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to forgive them and we're going to move on, because there are some people in this world at this moment in time that are lost. And they're gone. They are gone. Some people that are going to refuse to look forward for more information. They're gone. They're gone. There's no talking to them. But you will find that there are some people that may reach out and say, hey, man, why do you feel this way? Tell me. I want to understand. And we can guide these people. We can let them know how we feel. Because they're our fellow Americans. And it doesn't matter what their background is. We gotta love these people. Because that's the only way that's gonna fix this. Well, that and voting these vile Democrats out of office. Obviously, for obvious reasons. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna forgive them, and we're going to try to push the next generation towards, well, truth. Truth. Because that's what really matters. When the truth starts to hurt people, that's when you have a problem in society. Because truth isn't hurtful. Lying is hurtful. That is what I have for you on this episode of The Right View. If you're new here, welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Really happy that you're here. I really appreciate the support. If you could, like and comment on this video. If you don't know what to comment, just leave an emoji. It helps with engagement. For the rest of the day, I hope you have a very, very good day. I hope you get outside, get some PT in, hydrate, and change your socks. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, bye.